Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are all staying safe, right? In the last class, we had learned the lesson Yuki and the tsunami, right? It was a good one, like very interesting also, right? And I hope you have revised all those. Today, let's move on to the next lesson, that is lesson number 8. A voyage. It's in page number 55. So I request you all to open your textbooks, keep it in front of you, and go through the lines, whichever I'm going through. And then I'll explain it in detail. Okay? So it's a poem. In page number 55, a voyage, right? You have a small activity which you have to do it on your own and send it to us. Okay, children? So let's start from page number 56. Do you know what is a voyage? First of all, it's nothing but a sailing ship or a boat is called a voyage, right? Let's start. Let's see what it is about. Have you ever traveled to a far off place? Read on to find out about one's journey made by a horse, tiger, ape, and goat. So, have any one of you, you know, had a like traveled a far off place? Is the first question. So, few of us would have, right, gone to maybe to our natives or to just for tour. You would have went somewhere, a hill station or some beautiful places, right? Yeah. So, uh, in this poem, again, there is this poem is completely related to a journey as such of few animals. Which are the animals who are going for the journey? It's a horse, tiger, ape, and a goat. So let's see how they are going, where are they going, and what will happen. Are you all ready? Let's start. The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat decided one morning to hire a boat for to leave their own country and find a new one, very much in the manner Columbus had done. The boat went a sailing away and away. It sailed and they sailed for a night and a day. When all of a sudden there blew a great gale, the horse was a tremble, the tiger grew pale. The ape and the goat nearly fainted together, but the boat went sailing in spite of bad weather. A sailing, a sailing, a sailing it goes to a wonderful country which nobody knows. The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat were certainly sorry they chartered the boat. It's anonymous, so we don't know exact, we have no information about exact who had written this book. The anonymous person, that means some person uh, who would not usually like to uh, publish his name or someone. So it's an anonymous poet who has written this poem. Okay, so let's go to the explanatory part. It's so simple, right? Such a simple poem. It's also simple lines too. Okay, let's start. The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat decided one morning to hire a boat. So uh, we had already known that it's a journey made by all these four animals. Were all the animals? The horse, tiger, goat, and ape, right? So they just decided one morning to hire a boat. Hiring means to take a, a boat for rent, right? That's called hiring. Yeah. So they decided to take a boat for rent to go for a journey. For to leave their own country and find a new one, very much in the manner Columbus had done. So, why did they buy or hire that boat? It's to leave their own country. So, they are going to or planning to leave their own country wherever they had gone. And they wanted to find a new one, very much in the manner Columbus had done. That means you know who is Columbus, right? Columbus is a person who had traveled through his ship to throughout the the entire earth. We can say, right? He tried to you know discover new islands and all the countries, new all the countries and places, right, which were undiscovered by other people. So similarly, even they wanted to find a new country and they planned to live that own country. The boat went a sailing away and away. It sailed and they sailed for a night and a day. So what's happening here is they're telling the the stretch or the the length of their travel, right? It's quite long. That's what they're trying to convey here. What are they telling? The boat went a sailing away and away. It sailed and it sailed for a night and a day. So it has been a night and a day. They have been sailing, and then when they get tired, the boat itself started. It just goes on its own, right? So as the wind blows, it goes along the wind, right? So it kept on sailing, it kept on sailing, it went on moving and moving far away from their uh, real, that is, own country, right? When all of a sudden there blew a great gale. The horse was a tremble, the tiger grew pale. All of a sudden, what happened? When they were moving far and far from their country, they were on the boat in midst of some sea or ocean. And what happened? All of a sudden, they blew a gale. What does gale mean? Gale is nothing but a very strong wind. Whenever we are in the midst of the sea on a boat, when a very strong wind or storm occurs or just blows, or everybody will get scared. Why is it? Because the boat may get lose its balance, right? It may just fall off or turn around, or it may change the direction all of a sudden. It may they may lose the control over the boat, the sailing of the boat, and it may go hit somewhere else, right? So everyone would get scared on the boat whenever there's a strong wind, and when the people or animals or anybody here are on the boat and in the midst of some sea or ocean, right? Because there may be people or here it's animals, right? Maybe few of them knew how to swim, but rest of them don't know how to swim, so they may drown, right? So everyone is scared of their life, right? So all got scared, and you can see that the horse was a tremble. Tremble means he was so tense, and he started, acting so weird because he was so tensed, and he started trembling because of tension, and that he was so frightened. And the tiger grew pale. When do you grow pale? When do you become pale? You became pale. That means your face, the entire face gets so yellow in color, or pink in color. Sometimes pale is usually white and yellow color, right? That's when you get so scared, or you get so frightened about something, right? You get tensed a lot. You get pale. You go pale this year. So even the tiger went pale, looking at this huge, I mean, strong wind. Right. The ape and the goat nearly fainted together, but the boat went a sailing in spite of bad weather. What happened? When horse trembled and tiger went pale, the ape and the goat almost together, they nearly fainted. Fainted in the sense became unconscious. We get dizziness. That's called fainting. We just fall unconscious, right? That's called fainting. So they both, looking at this strong wind, they got so scared. And when we get, few of the people, when we get scared, we just faint, right? We won't have that control over our conscious minds. We just get fainted when we are so tensed, or when we are so stressed, or when we are so scared. So the same thing happened to the goat and the ape. They almost together fainted. But the boat, did it stop? No, it went on sailing. Though all these four animals were scared, and they just stopped for a minute, but the boat did not stop. It went on sailing again and again, in spite of bad weather, in spite of, means without being affected or prevented by something. That means, though there was such a bad weather, the boat did not even care, right? It just did it stop. It was sailing. It kept on moving from one place to another. A sailing, a sailing, a sailing it goes to a wonderful country which nobody knows. So the boat went on sailing, and it went on moving from one place to another, and again another, and they did not stop at all. And they reached, where did they reach? To a wonderful country which nobody knows. So nobody knew there was such a beautiful country, a wonderful country, right? So it went on sailing, and they have reached such a beautiful, or a one wonderful country which nobody knew they would be. The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat were certainly sorry that they charted the boat. So, what happened? The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat, they were certainly sorry. Why were they sorry? When they actually, faced all these situations and now reached a wonderful country. Yeah, but then there were no one in that country. It was such an unknown country, right? So they were so feeling certainly so sorry. That means they were feeling sad for hiring that boat. Here, chartered the boat is nothing but hiring the boat. Okay. So for hiring the boat, they had a very positive mind when they hired a boat, and they were very happy that they're leaving their country and they were going to find a new country. But then they realized that there was no other people or animals on that country, and it was a very unknown country which they have reached, and they really felt so sad and scared, and hence they were feeling so sorry for hiring that boat. So this is all about the poem. So let's read it again. I hope you would have understood. So now let's go through the entire poem so you understand better. The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat decided one morning to hire a boat for to leave their own country and find a new one, very much in the manner Columbus had done. The boat went a sailing away and away. It sailed and they sailed for a night and a day. When all of a sudden they blew a great gale, the horse was a tremble, the tiger grew pale. The ape and the goat nearly fainted together, but the boat went a sailing in spite of bad weather. A sailing, a sailing, a sailing it goes to a wonderful country which nobody knows. The horse and the tiger, the ape and the goat were certainly sorry they charted the boat. Okay, children. So this is all about the poem, The Voyage. I hope you have understood. So what you can do is go through this poem, the lines again and again, once or twice is sufficient. There are not much of hard words, right? But few words may be new for you. You have already the meaning there, and even have explained it to you. So please go and write them on your text, or sorry, in your rough books, so that you get practice to those words and write down the meaning as well. And complete the activity and send it to us. So let's meet in the next class. Till then, take care and bye.